How can you understand a million lines of legacy code in under 3 minutes? Well, I want to show you how with Bevel. Here we have this very large COBOL code base. And once we start the analysis, we can already get an overview. What is interesting about what we've built is that even though you have a million lines, within a few minutes you can get your first analysis. Once the analysis is done, you get two things. First, statistics, and second, a system overview. Statistics could be lines of code, functions, and number of files. But more importantly, you get this documentation that explains as an overview of what your repo does. You can see core functionality, architecture and components, data structures, and data flow. Here, it looks like we're working with an end-of-stage renal disease pricing engine. And if you had a task such as, let's say, looking at where this pricing calculation is actually done, this is usually really, really hard. You have to go over 800 files and almost a million lines of code to really pinpoint where it is. But with Bevel, you can simply look at all the functionalities within your code base in one view. And what is really interesting is that not only is this automatically extracted, but it's also tied to direct locations in your code base. Here we see different functionalities for this code base, but we can already see in the second one that the payment calculation is there. You can visualize this functionality flow with a sequence diagram that is statically generated. I'll repeat that, it's not generated by LLMs, so actually you can have full confidence that this is exactly how your repository works. Here it seems to seem that the initial routine, this paragraph is how it references the other paragraphs and that it starts here. We can get a short overview of what this actually does. And now that I see that it actually does initialize the payment calculation, I can actually click on it and look at the exact location where this is implemented in the code base. What is also very interesting is we dynamically generate documentation for you. So if you have another paragraph, such as mainline control, you can simply click on description and have an LLM generate description that explains what it does. From there on, you can see maybe a brief description and also have the relevant types of the symbol included. You can, of course, edit this and actually look at all of the documentation and descriptions that you've generated. Now, we know that cryptic symbols are something that are really bad in legacy code bases, and a lot of parts are just hard to understand. So we really wanted to give you this overview that you can always be using in order to make it better. The best part, you can share this with your teammates because all of this is integrated with your workflow and it's just one folder and you share it over Git and all your other teammates will have access to it. Not only that, but you can also upload it to your LLM agent. Now, we package one with Bevel. Shout out to the Cline team, but simply you just click Bevel, add the folder, and all of this is added as context automatically to any LLM agent that you're using. There is one question. Where is the API key? Well, we're happy to say that this is all running locally on your computer with our own embedded LLM, meaning nothing leaves your data, nothing leaves your computer, and anything remains private. We're Bevel, we want a 10x your experience with legacy code bases, and happy to hear more.